As many know, Tottenham, no offence, are known as the bottlers in football. However, go over to Germany, look in the second division, and there's Hamburger. Of course, known as Hamburg, the club formed in 1887 were a staple in the top division. However, now they've failed to get out of the second division 4 times running. They have gone from glory to nothing. That's right, it's a suggestion from you guys. We're rebuilding Hamburg without spending a penny. And we've brought in a manager who may be familiar to Hamburg fans, Rafael van der Vaart. The only problem is, I couldn't fit one of the A's on his shirt, or in his name. A new challenge, a rebuild outside of England with this team that we have. And speaking of England, a player who played for Cardiff City, Robert Glatzel, is our striker. The team looks okay, but for once Champions League winners, it's nowhere near that quality. Looking at the best players, we've got Höjer, Fernandez in goal, definitely. And Glatzel himself with Dombe on the wing. Is it good enough to get promoted? Probably not, but is there good enough players that we can sign for nothing? And the youth here is actually in bucket loads. We've got Nemeth, who looks good, the Hungarian, hopefully he's Hungary for goals, and Mikel Brenki, or Brinquois, I don't know if I've said that right, both going on the loan list. And looking into the free agents as always, Ben Burke is our regen one. For once, I usually say sign your regen free agent, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and stick more away from the British players, which I usually go for. And when I spoke about the youth recently, Peter Schmidt is 17-year-old and 72 rated. Getting this team a right winger, which is the best position for a youth player, I think. And there we go. Nemeth out on loan. Get out on loan because I want to bring someone else in. Although the first one isn't a striker, it's Karim Boudaïf. He's a Qatarian international. And another midfielder in Alexandru Siseldau. I'm going to have difficulties with names, aren't I? They don't fit straight in, but Sildau will sit on the bench behind Benez. I think, yes, Benez is just younger, so that is a squad. Defense is really where the worries have to be. And we start this season off pretty immediately, actually, with Hanover versus Hamburg. What are our expectations? Van der Vaart has to win the league title, crucially as well, as, of course, sign one young player. We can do that through the academy, surely, because we can't use money. So please run Robert Zeiler in goal for them. The ex-Leicester City man, as it is a 2-0 win. Very convincing for our first game, but already an injury to Dombe, who is our winger, and it's a crucial one for a couple of months. So does that mean we look for a replacement? And we've lost another winger because Konyaspor's poached Bilbija, or Bilbija, forget his name. We've got to replace. So welcome Osman Bukhari. We've had him before. We will welcome him again. And at the end of the window, it isn't plain sailing. You can see 1 draw and 1 defeat. But we are going to shut it up. We've signed 3 free agents. We can sign free agents outside of the window. But that is it for now. How are we doing halfway through? And is it any better? Come on. Oh, it's not. We're 5 points off, or 6 points off top of the league. Bielefeld. Kaiserslautern in second. Oh my days. Hamburg have been known not to do it actually in the playoffs, so we can't be settling for it. So we'll go on the search for some defenders if we can find any available. I mean, we're panicking a little bit with this man, Boulam Curry. He's just an old Qatarian defender. Backup quality. And that is it for this window. Skipping another deadline day. Please make an impact. And it is a thumbs down come the end, so that can't be good. Please say we're promoted though. Oh! What are you moaning at? We've won the league by 17 points. What a breakdown from Bielefeld. It's one to go down for the ages as the German bottlers of recent times not bottle it anymore. And they are back in the Bundesliga with a banging second half. Anything to go with it. The Pokal, Dortmund and Bayern as you expect. We did get quarterfinals against Mainz. We don't have to play in the relegation playoffs, but there's one against Kiel and Dresden. I think that's the one below us, isn't it? As Karlsruhe can face someone from the top division. No point in checking international football or continental, but we can check the stats in our team. 22 goals for Robert Glatzel. It's good, but I think he will be replaced if we can find a better striker who is a free agent, and Bukhari, who joined to be the backup man. with 12. Let's go. How are we expected to do in our first season back? If it's anything big? No, it's avoid relegation. Don't know why that comes second to the Poctal. Maybe they want a cup run. A crucial midfielder or forward. Board? I could not agree more. As have we got money? Ooh, 37 million. We are going straight, running headfirst into our youth academy scouts, because we need to sign some up. Jesse De Lang, Van der Vaart's mate, who is Dutch, and then Matthias Chaluis. We are, of course, going to be sticking with this formation, and over pre-season, my squad's kind of settled. Reese is a big player, Ludwig Reese. Schmidt, of course, but I could see him moving on. Glatzel, Benes is good. Fernandez, as I think I'm going to set a rule. If we don't finish in the top 4, which is unrealistic, we have to sell to Dortmund or Bayern if they bid for a player. As we've got loads of players back from loans as well. Ambrosius, and Mikkel Brenschis. I think he could be used. As we'll welcome his first player in right here. He is a German central midfielder. He should be that crucial role. Yannick Habera. And he looks experienced. Like bringing him in. And just for now, as we just extremely increase our scouting network with the amount of good players we welcome to, Jacob Meyer is a youngster who can fit a defensive bill in the future. That's what his rating looks like at a young age. Very decent, can grow for the future. But this has to be the biggest deal of them all. Peter Schmidt has left. You could have just seen that. I'll get a better look in a minute, because we've got to look to the academy right now, and we've got Jacob Schmidt, another decent defender called Schmidt, and Felix Petit. And Robert Glatzel, just in time, has increased his rating to 75 before we play Mainz to start us off with. The team that beat us in the cup last year at the Volkspark Stadion. That is the sponsor, of course, of us. As let's go. Before we do get another centre-back, we've lost 2-1. Luca Bacchiao, man. As here is the new man, Lucas Aguirre. This squad is absolutely humongous, but we've got to put Aguirre in the lineup. Look at him, 74 rated, 21-year-old. Beautiful player. He actually may round up his team for now. Left back is the weakest in Munheim. I don't know. David, could he play there in the future? Maybe Mikel Bronces or even Maffei filling there. And I think that will round it up, because all of these other defenders, sorry, but I will pass. And Bakari's left us on deadline day as well to pursue a Turkish delight over there in the, I forgot the name of the league, but that is it. End deadline day. That is it. And the board are very happy. This is very good. 13th in this league. Just hate that Bielefield's chasing us everywhere. We're not clear. 5 points is between us and Stuttgart, who we have to avoid to keep our place in this league. And how many goals has Glatzel got? That's something that concerns me. He's got 3. Striker search begins now. And I'm looking around, but I can't find anyone. To be fair with that team, if we keep Ludwig Reese, no Bayern Dortmund sneaking around, I will be very satisfied. And I can't say it's gone swimmingly, but we have stayed up in this division. 1 point off what would have been a relegation game, which would have been exciting, but I'd rather avoid it overall. The Burgers stay up. As you can see, the final between Gladbach and Augsburg do we come close. Quarterfinals again. We don't know who we're going to see in this league. Werder Bremen against TBD. I wonder if they're any good. TBD. As 11 goals from Dompe, who was injured most of last season. He's done well in this top division. Glatzel actually managed to get 10, so he must have heard my comments, scored some goals, and kept us in this division. Season number 3 sounds good to me, but could we win this division? We're expected mid-table. Okay, gradual small steps. Speaking of small, they want a young player who's usually small, and we definitely want a striker and defenders if we're going to get mid-table. Aguirre hasn't grown by even 1 rating. Same with Muheim. We need a new left back. Rafael van der Vaart has to spend that money very wisely. Come on, we've had no one through the academy. Please, just someone show up. We've got so many scouting to do. Youngsters to sign up and contracts. The situation isn't as good as I thought it was, but Mauro Icardi is going to hopefully come in to Germany and make it a little bit better. The Argentine, as my controller goes absolutely mental with sound. And we're loaning out all these youngsters this season, so maybe for next year we have a lot of them grouped together and we've got a good core. But speaking of, we're going to get 2 more who are really not far off first team level. Leving Jong, a German. And in fact, Another German, Michael Kraft as a striker. And our own academy prospects, Matthew Lang, the Swiss, and Angelo Cordano, the Italiano. Maybe Jung could play centre-back because we're struggling to get one through the doors still. That is his main team. Yep, no one hiding in the reserves. Come on, Icardi. We play Bayer Leverkusen first. What an hard game this is going to be. Evanilson, Guiri, Frimpong now moved to right wing. As please. Oh, we do get a goal, but it's not enough. And after failing to get our last signing, because I honestly couldn't find any defenders, Sicker was the sickest. We've got Icardi, Kraft, and Jung. 3 signings. Is that enough firepower to stay up? Hey, and we've got players asking to leave, but a Manager of the Month award. Hopefully that's just not based on spending no money. Don't even know we've got that award, because again, we struggle in the Bundesliga. I can honestly say this division on FIFA is the hardest one to actually get right and progress in. And the only thing I can get is firepower. There's no just defenders. We've got ex-Colombia star Juan Fernando Quintero. And joining Kraft, another young striker, Adama Kamara. But again, let me show you something. It is the regen Aubameyang. Obama who? Obama what? And Marco Hurtado. We've got some loaning out to do. And that is the end of that. Again, fighting for survival now. Oh, and what a turnaround that is. 9th place. It's like the first season when we went from 4th to 1st. That's a hefty jump. 48 points. We were well clear of Freiburg with 25 in 16th. And we were close to Bayern Munich. How many points off is that? Is that 14? Nice. Very nice. We just need to keep building as Leipzig, Schalke. Did we make a quarterfinal? We didn't. We were knocked out before that. We were knocked out to Gladbach on penalties. Freiburg, of course, we know are the team fighting to survive. And a relatively good season again without spending that penny or dollar, as Icardi has proved that his wages are worth every dollar. 19 goals. Koenigsdorf. Just put me out of my misery. Our Ghanaian right winger has scored 9 goals and got 8 assists. Dombe's still up there. Ludovic Reis now 80 rated. Just the little superstar we need. Sign a striker. Sign a striker. It's made me fall back in my chair because I know that we need to do that. No need to tell me as they want European competition as well from me. I don't work wonders. I work with no money. And if you can't find a defender, find the next best thing. A goalkeeper. Yassine Bono. Bono, I think it's pronounced. The Moroccan shot stopper from the World Cup makes my controller make the weird sound. If you can't tell, I'm very on edge today. I am just boiling. And we've also signed another player in Gilslane Conan. He's a decent defender who can step in. He steps in to actually make the defense all over 75 plus. If this were Ultimate Team, we'd have a gold team finally. And we've actually got Victor Santos in. This makes my position difficult. He is on par with Conan and he's 80 rated and he's only 18 years old. That decision's already made for us, as I'm going to move Conan to right back. Try that out. Decent back line now with Bono especially. And to round out the amazing 4, before we get started, Luis Javier Suarez is a striker who can go ahead of Glatzel and hopefully be better. That's the crucial man. If only my controller stopped scaring me with the sound effects. Look at his rating. He's quicker. And he's compared to Quintero, actually. That's him compared to Glatzel. Better in every single aspect and younger. So Suarez, welcome from, I think his last team was Marseille. We start off against a team as well that always follows us. Bielefeld away. We're at the Stuttgart Arena. Come on, we can do this. 3:30 kickoff and we win 2-1. Ludovic Reis and our right winger, who I dare not say the name of. And we are trying our European push with this team as well. No additions to it. No more signings to be made. We've actually accumulated a bit of money. That can be wages halfway through, I think. And it looks like the thumbs are up. Are we in European football? No, we're not. We're 10th, and we could still slip into the bottom half. What is going on, Hamburg? We're not doing well. 9 points off relegation, but then again, we are only 7 points off Wolfsburg, who I think gets a place in Europe. I'm not too sure on that. This team should be a lot better, shouldn't it? Suarez should be scoring more. Santos is now at 82 and Bono 85. Keep the goals out, mate. It's as simple as that. Then again, when we look at the bench, Haberer and Suhonen aren't really good midfielders. Well, one is, but he's crucially injured. I think we start off by recalling Levin Jung. He's on loan at Wolves, so he's coming back. And Marco Hurtado, look at his rating. I'm going to keep him actually out on loan. Yeah, split decision, he's staying out. He's staying with us for a very long time, Jung. He could play centre-half as well. Mr. Versatile, very young. He's ours. Oh, and it's a thumbs down. I'm guessing we didn't get Europe at the end of all this. We got a 9th place finish. Can we improve further, please? How many points off were we? We were 6 off Stuttgart, who actually finished relatively high up for their standards this season. And Mainz are in the relegation playoff. Interesting. Pokal final is between the two big guns. Still no bids for any of our players from them. And next season, we do need to kick on as Suarez scored 16 goals. Mwah, he is a good player with our right winger second with 14 goals. Dejompé always up there on Dompier and Ludovic Rees. I loved you. Bad joke. And after praising Suarez last season, Robert Glatzel announces his early retirement at the age of 32 in this squad. We'll need another number 9, even if it is just backing up Suarez. Not a fan of the growth of Adama Kamara, who is the Aubameyang regen, so he will be added to the loan list. And what are the expectations this season? Mid-table, so they've downed the expectation, as then they want a crucial forward again. They know we need that striker. And we are sending our other striker, Mario Icardi, to Nottingham Forest, so that striker is crucial. And let's welcome 2 new signings. The first is a centre-back, Nacho. Bienvenido. It's not the usual Nacho. And another Argentinian in Guillermo Arias. The first man, Albaros, looks like that left-footed centre-back. Very, very young, 18 years old. And Arias is the same. No, he isn't. He's a year younger, and he's 80 rated. I'll probably put him on the wing for the first season. Not in central midfield, but he can definitely be the main man as soon as Suarez starts going down. Extremely happy with this, but Bono, if you keep decreasing, please don't do it to me, because I don't want to search for another keeper. And this start to the season doesn't get any more difficult. Bayern Munich, then Bayer Leverkusen. Please, let's have a win here. Musiala and Wahi up front, but we've got Arias. Can Arias do business? No, but Olbronos, the defender we brought in, scoring our only goal. And it's fitting we found the next player we're going to sign after playing Bayern. Timon has signed. He is a Polish striker, and you know who he's going to be like. There he is. We're going to trust Suarez on the wing. He can play left midfield, and we're going to train him up as a left winger. This team already smells like Europa League potential. But it's still no better. It's still no better halfway through this season. 21 points. I think that's worse off than last season. Again, 8 points off Stuttgart in 6th. It's the same. It's so hard to get higher up in this division. I don't know if we're still in the cup, but I'm just admiring this team that isn't doing what it's supposed to do. Quintero looks finished, to be fair, so Jung in, and then Benez just moves slightly forward. We'll try and go with that. 12 points off Leipzig, 9th. Will we ever break into the top 6? I'm not even asking for top 4. Bokhtal, it's the 2 juggernauts. Still no bids from any of those clubs. Still got to check them, to be fair. From the earlier window, we skipped straight to the end as Wawziniak scored the most goals with 16. Still, that's not much. Hurtado came back and scored 9. Suarez with 6. But the ratings in the squad, I think they're a lot higher. And they have to play like they are rated right here. Qualify for European competition. That is now what they want. And we've got to deliver. A crucial midfielder, I agree with. We really do need one. As this is how the squad does look. We've got Jung now comfortable as a centre-back. I'm sorry to Aguero, who's had to be dropped. Definitely an attacking midfielder that we do need, because Quintero, he has just absolutely flopped. Same with Bono kind of now. He's gone down to the 80 rating. And first thing first, we actually are going to replace Bono with another aging goalkeeper in Wojciech Szczesny. And two more. One oldish boy joining him. The first one through the door is Carlos Palacios, a Chilean central midfielder. And for experience at the back, Clement Lenglet. Less said about his Tottenham career, the better. At least Van der Vaart has an easier start to this season, or it should be Frankfurt. We know these were recently champions of the Europa League, so they're going to be a difficult team to beat, but we have done. Absolutely love that. And we've got to have a decent season for the OGs, because we've got a lot of players who are old now. Let's go to how old they are. Yeah, 37 Szczesny. A lot of 30s or over 30s. I don't know if we make any more signings. Just let the youth progress, because we've backed it up. Back-to-back wins. Could we break the top 6 mold? And have we done it? Oh, yes! I thought we were going to be in the bottom half when I didn't see us then. With 4 points off top of the league, above Bayern and Dortmund. 5th. 14 games is all it's been, but 5th. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love this team. We've changed it. You can see it is slightly more attacking than any other team we'd use, with Palacios and Arias sat in attacking midfield. Just worried about the defence, apart from Santos, of course. Santos is the world's best left back, and we don't need a striker. We don't really have anyone of quality free agent-wise in any position. Centre mid, we're going to look at briefly. But apart from that, we're going to the end of the year. And come the end, Frankfurt have won the league, Leverkusen second, and we are third, propping up the top 2, but I'll take it. 10 points off, I'll take it. 6 points above Munich, I'll take it. And so many points above Dortmund, I'll take it. Do we take a cup home as well, though? Leipzig and Mönchengladbach. Oh, we got a semi-final. What a season this seems to have been. How's the squad ratings look? I mean, wow. Wow, up front is brilliant. So we've now got over 80 ratings in every position, which is a beautiful sight. Even Suarez is now on the bench. Unbelievable, Jeff. Squad-wise, top scorer is wow, and his record goal scoring is wow. 24 goals for Hamburg, as Arias with 11 and 9 assists. Now he's dropped to a cam. He can literally play anywhere. Palacios has been a really good signing, and our right winger. Beautiful stuffs. We've gone from nothing to Champions League football, and they want us to finish in the Champions League again next year, quarter-final, and reach the quarter-final of the Champions League as well as the Pokal. So let's go out there and make this a season to remember in the Champions League by signing a born winner. Casemiro. That's probably Palacios already out, and finally we can go back to a suitable formation. That's what we're gonna do. Casemiro a little bit further back, Reece and Arias. One defensive, attacking and balanced. A problem as well is our centre-backs, because we did lose Lenglet. He only stuck around for 1 year, and it really doesn't matter now. We've got this new guy and we've signed Casemiro. Now to City with Aymeric Laporte. Oh, Champions League winner now. Also got a young striker in Pierre Bouchard. That's if we don't make it this year, which we probably won't. He will be a future striker. And actually, when I see Real Madrid signing players like Anjorin Badapak of Fiorentina, I actually fancy his chances maybe in the big competition. And our first game of this season, we've got Hoffenheim. Can we actually try and win the Bundesliga? The Champions League is the main aim, and our team's definitely getting good now. But we've got to keep his eyes on this competition as Hurtado wins us the first game. Absolutely love to see that. I hope we back it up. I hope we sign another player before we see us champs group. But unfortunately, no one before deadline day, which we will be skipping. Trust in the squad for a successful campaign. A campaign that sees us play Milan, Copenhagen, Shakhtar Donetsk in our Champions League Group G. And halfway through our Bundesliga season, that is not good. 7th place, a drop off. Is our team dropping off? Yeah, there's Casemiro, the Szczesny and Laporte. They're expected, but the rest of the team should try and carry them through. I can put Palacios back in, but that's about it for changes. But we are through in the Champions League, and we have Barcelona. What a hard game that's going to be. Finishing second, but joint top with Milan. And now we've got further in. I'm going to make the controversial call to go to this formation, which of course is usually the winning one for me. So let's go to Barcelona, shall we? Or actually let them come to us in this first leg. We didn't get any signings done, but I still trust the team, and I trust this formation change as a 2-2 draw. We can only try and do it in the second leg, but we are at the Camp Nou. Can we get a new start here in the Champions League with Hamburg? We've won it before, and we're through this time, beating Barcelona. And Aymeric Laporte does the defending and scores the goals. And I cannot wait to see who we play next. It should be in that month. So if I skip a few days, not doing too well in the league, we haven't got it given just yet. There we go. We've got AC Milan, who we met in the group stage. Muy interesante. And we've got the first game at home as well against the team that was in our group and topped it somehow. We've lost the first game 3-2. And I was just about to say I trust Wow over Wade. And I don't need to trust Wow. I don't think he scored. Yes, he did. He scored our first goal. Of course he did. But we win 3-1 at the San Siro. It caught me by surprise. I didn't even bother speaking. I thought we'd lost. I think we'll still face some pressure over our league position in 6th. But we move on now to a semi-final. Oh, no. Manchester City. Get out of here. Van der Vaart really has to motivate his men now. Let's be having you, City. Etihad first is not bad. Their defence, Sule, Foyth, and Malacia. That's a shock. Oh my days, we've actually got a draw out of them as well, with Phil Foden getting sent off. They've won it in real life, but they might not win it because Santos and Reese have pegged them back. Please. We're at home. We're at the Volkspark Stadion. Gianluca Del Tarano. We need that referee to be decent for us here. He has been 4-3. We're in a Champions League final. Wow, with both goals. You knew the strikers were going to be the difference. Haaland scored, but it wasn't enough. Hamburg have another Champions League final. Just about skipping on to this final, which hasn't been announced. I don't know who his opponent is. Manchester United. Okay, so a classic team versus another classic team. That's if we make it to the final, because we've lost them 2 games, and I'm guessing the league form's been terrible. We could get sacked if we don't win this as well, of course, carrying us all the way to this final. Hurtado, brilliant. Palacios. But on the all, I think this is the worst squad that we've had reached this far forward. Look, we've only got, what, 4 players over the rating of 83, which is Laporte, and everyone is very old. Szczesny's our keeper, for goodness sake, as there is the final as we finish 7th. We finished 7th in the Bundesliga after it was won with 67 points. Disgusting. Still, we're in a Champions League final as Dortmund won the Pokal. Where did we go out? I don't really know. There to Wolfsburg in round 3. But Wolfsburg going to the London Stadium, so they've got the advantage again, where West Ham play, to play in the biggest game in football. A beautiful stadium, we must add, to play one of the most beautiful games in world football, apart from the quality, which on show in real life, not too great. Theo Hernandez to lead them out. Ilyan Meslier, an ex-Leeds player. Frankie de Jong was on the tifo just behind right there, as he said they're going to be white and blue or white and red. That's the ribbons on the trophy, of course, I'm alluding to right there. As long as we keep the ball forward, we should be okay, because Wozniak can score goals. We've kept it here. Here is Wozniak trying to get a turn on number 10, but he's not successful. Frankie de Jong's going to be a test. Hopefully they don't get this ball in the middle as well. And oh, they have done here, and a big save. First save comes Szczesny's way, which he makes. Usually it's City we fear, but we got past them. Really, no issues. Didn't lose a leg against them. As that's a ball into the middle. That is a powerful header. And at least we've got a shot off now. Anything to come just before the end of this first half, though. That's a good cut inside from the right winger. Can we try and chip that over the top for Hurtado? The Mexican with a header again. But very, very quiet first half in terms of shots on target. A typical Champions League final, which we're still definitely in. Nobody is cooking just yet as the ball forward here. That's a good slip through, you know. Great tackle on Frankie de Jong. Now we need to try and get away. There's a point to where the ball's wanted. Still will go out wide. Here's the winger. Slip that in. That's a good ball. That's a brilliant save. How have we not scored that? Corner ball still. And we've got some decent defenders. Laporte. Palacios, the Chilean, tries to take it down out to Ludovic Reese. This is Aymeric Laporte. This is maybe a chance out wide to be in swung. Denis Suarez is on in cam. We are going fully for this. Hurtado with a spin away. Tries to lay it off in the middle. Good passing. Hurtado Can we try and get it to the edge of the box here for Palacios to shoot? And oh, just wide. We know they'll still be good on a break. We managed them last time. Conan's been here a while now. That's a ball into Wozniak. That's onto Arias, the little Argentine. Here he is trying to skill his way back in. He can't do it. The press and pressure fully on Manchester United. Santos, you're never getting past him on the left-hand side. You might as well not play a winger because there's a ball over to Wozniak right here. He needs to try and cut inside. No! Who's that? Ake? They've got some unbelievable defenders still. A ball whipped in here. That might fall to United again. We need to save it. It's off the line, you know, or just in front of the line. Big chance and big counter-attacking opportunity, Arias. Put that through. Here it is. It's Hurtado, the Mexicano, running through. He's just got the keeper to beat. Meslier turns to the side, and that is the game wrapped up. It is a goal for Hamburg. And guess what? We are winning the Champions League. I have almost broke the chair right here, but look at this for a run all the way through. Usually, they are goals to seal the win. That has won us the game without any other goals. The only goal of the game comes late on, and now we hold on. Just keep... Oh, the whistle goes straight afterwards. No need to. Hamburg have gone back and won the Champions League without signing one player. An incredible achievement. It is going to be blue and white that covers the center stage. Who lifts this trophy? It's Ludovic Rees, of course it is. The youngster who's been here from the start. He takes the trophy, does the Dutch player, surely international, and that is the job done. Another free agent rebuild, a complete success. If you do want this done with your club or any club in particular, comment down below. Comment any challenge and I will try and do it and add it to the list. I am checking twice, but for now, thank you very much for watching this rebuild.